your nose in it. I'm authentic, real name, no gimmicks, no game, no scrimmage. I ain't playing with you niggas.
Everyone, it's the Nation of Podcation Daily Podcast. I'm O'Shea. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. Hip-hop superstar and legend, and it is what it is podcast host Cameron gives his thoughts and reactions on an altercation with Jay-Z. Now, as we all know, Cameron was signed to The Rock, you know what I'm saying, back in the early 2000s. One of the greatest record labels, one of the greatest, I'll say, groups assembled. When we're talking about talent, we're talking about Jay-Z, Cameron, Beanie Sigel, Memphis Bleak, Twista, Kanye West. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. I mean, that was one of the greatest rap labels ever assembled. I would say it's second to Death Row Records, but that's just my personal opinion. Now, when Dipset came to Rocafella, there was a lot of issues going on already with Rocafella between Jay-Z and Dame Dash. There was already starting to be this split, and then Dame Dash brought in Cameron and made him one of the vice presidents, and they was going to make Beanie Sigel that, and he didn't run that past Jay-Z, so there was always some tension. And then when Dipset came, Cameron was used to being a hustler. Jim Jones was a hustler. Joel Santana was the prodigy. They was ready to go. They was ready to put out Cameron's album. They was ready to get the whole Dipset thing, rolling with Rocafella. But apparently that started some problems, ruffled some feathers with Jay-Z. And when they was in the studio together, Jay-Z gave him some props and also shaded him at the same time. So I don't like those backhanded compliments. I'm not a big fan of that type of stuff. If somebody's going to say, I like your album, I think you're dope, but and then they throw some little shade or something like that. That's some hater stuff right there. So let's take a look at this clip from Killer Cam as he breaks down how Jay-Z praised him in one moment, and at the same time, in the same breath, he dissed him and basically shaded him at the same time. Let's tune in.
He came to the studio to see Un, and a few times or whatever, because they had a relationship, they had a rapport. When Un signed me and Jay came through and was listening to songs, so Jay-Z said, let me talk to you for a minute, because I know Jay-Z before we was rapping. I don't know Marcy Jay-Z, but I know 560 State Jay-Z.
Took it to my stash spot, 560 State Street.
I never seen Jay-Z broke. I never seen him not have any money. He had told me in the hallway, he's like, yo, I didn't know you was that nice, yo. Off to keep knowing what you know. I'm like, nah, man, I appreciate it, bro. Maybe we could do some shit together, this, that, and the third. He was like, I'm not here to lobby for a spot on your album. And I was like, okay, I just thought maybe when you hear, maybe one day we can do it. I don't know. This is before I had an album, but this is exact word in my head. A lot of people spot on your album. I'm like, well, I don't know if you're telling me thank you to get the out of here at the same time. So it's kind of wild. Jay-Z came to the studio to see Un, and
all right, Nation, there you have it. So, see, those are those backhanded kind of compliments, man. I'm not a big fan of talking about, oh, you nice, but I'm not here to lobby for a spot on your album or nothing like that. But you did see Jay-Z was sure on the Welcome to New York City song, and he dropped him a verse to the Old Boy remix that was never released just because Cameron was like, I'm erasing that verse because you done erased me and my guys' verses on one of y'all songs, so I'm gonna do the same thing over here. So there's a lot of pettiness going on back then with Rocafella Records, and just like it was split sides. It was like you had the Brooklyn guys and Jay-Z's guys over here, your Beanie Sigels of the world, your Memphis Bleaks of the world. Then you had Dame on this side with the Harlem guys, Cameron and the Dipset. It's just a really weird time for Rocafella Records, and it was right before the demise. So crazy stuff. Nation, what do you think about Cameron's comments on Jay-Z complimenting him and shading him at the same time? Would you have liked to see a co-album between Jay-Z and Cameron? Nation, let me know in the comments section down below. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button on your way out. Peace.
I'm authentic, real name, no gimmicks, no game, no scrimmage. I ain't playing with you niggas at all.